Alright, here's the latest. Took the engine out. Took the bell housing off. I want to degrease this. So I'm going to try doing is spraying it with, I saw some videos online. Oven cleaner is the way to go. Get this sucker brandy new looking and put it back in. Hey, welcome to Mark's Garage Channel. Just a retired engineer who loves old trucks. And I'm trying to figure it all out by watching YouTube and working along. This is Missy the Wonder Dog, and I hope you like and subscribe. Okay, so I got this whole thing sprayed down with oven cleaner. Not the whole thing, mostly the bottom end. As I go around this side, I tried to avoid the distributor in that area, but I got underneath really good, and you can just see the grease just dripping off into my garage floor. In hindsight, I probably should have pushed this out just a little further into the driveway. So I'm gonna go, it's supposed to sit for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go get the hose. It'll probably take a couple applications from what I'm reading. All right, here's the big test. See how much of this washes off with water. Not bad, actually. Not much pressure either. I don't know why. I probably get the hose kinked. But definitely took off a lot of grease with that oven cleaner. Not paintable yet. Definitely not good enough to paint, but definitely makes a difference. Look at that. Motor used to be orange. I would say it's going to take another few cans to get this sucker really clean. I got to go out to the store, see about getting some more oven cleaner while I'm out. Okay, back at it again. It's now Tuesday. Had a good weekend. Did some racing over at First State BMX in Delaware. Did some camping over the weekend. Got a second place. Lost to my friend Frank. But if you're going to have to lose, it's more fun to lose to your friends than guys you don't know. So the motor's been degreased. I still want to take off some of this stuff on the front to degrease that. And grease those accessories and paint them up and make them look pretty. But I really like to get this motor running. So while I was down in Delaware, the guy who sold me that motor, I stopped by his place because he gave me his old bell housing and his old flywheel. So I was going to use that flywheel, but then I'm looking at it and you see my original flywheel. If you can notice, that flywheel has a bigger surface area for the clutch plate. So I'm thinking maybe he had a 3/4 ton truck. Even though it's the same motor, it's a bigger flywheel. So I don't think I'm going to use that flywheel because I don't want to send the clutch back. So I have I picked up the clutch, the pressure plate, you know, a whole kit from LMC, and I'm ready to put that in if I can get that motor running. So today's mission, I think, is just going to be put the pressure plate on, try a few more things with the starter and some gasoline, and then if that's fails, which it probably will, I'm just going to take some stuff off the front and clean it up a little bit, do some cosmetic work because it's freezing out here and I'm not really having a good day as far as cold weather. Well, the motor sure looks better, but still doesn't run. I hooked the starter back up. I put the flywheel back in, torqued it down, put the stomp starter on, and gave it a whirl with some gasoline. Got a little smoke, but still not popping. It turns really slow, so I'm thinking maybe the starter just needs to be replaced to get it to spin a little faster. But I'm getting spark in all 6 cylinders. And I'm just going to continue with the cosmetics till I get somebody over here who can really figure out how to get this thing running for me. One of the things I want to do cosmetically, I want to put this original valve cover on that motor if I'm going to use that as the donor motor. You see the newer motor, the 53 motor's got a an oil filler cap at the top. It also has one on the side, but there's one down there as well. Those two items are a little bit different on the 47. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this valve cover and paint it gray and put it on top of that with the correct plumbing. And it looks a little different, but I think it'll look a little better in the long run. Okay, back after it today. I'm also cleaning up the valve cover, getting ready to paint it. Not this one. I like the old style one a little better. But battery's freshly charged. The cables are on nice and tight. I'm sure this will turn if I hit the starter. Yep. I need to hook up the ignition wire first, which is just a jumper to the positive side of the coil. Connect it to the battery, positive side. That simulates the ignition being on. Put a little gas in the carburetor. And I do mean a little. Open the throttle a little bit. See if that does anything. And here we go. See smoke. I know, sounds like a dead battery, right? But the only thing I can think of is that the starter is just not spinning it fast enough. But I don't know what else to try other than finding a professional to come in here and tell me what I'm doing wrong. Everybody on the internet, whenever they do this, it starts right up. It's kind of frustrating. I like the guy, Low Buck Garage, drove in the desert, picked up a motor for some guy, threw it together, 2 clicks, it's running. I'm so jealous. Come on, baby, start. Then after that, I had to charge the battery. So, all right, disconnect the ignition. No, that didn't do the trick. Put the battery charger back on. Plug it in. And it's at 6.2 volts when it was at 6.6 when I started. So, all right, let's see what I can do next. So with the engine not running and just looking for things to do, I sprayed the valve cover with the gray, smoke gray, that's Rust-Oleum. Came out fantastic. I can't wait to put a second coat on it. shine it up. Now what else I'm going to do is there's a line that goes to the top of that, like a breather line. That's it right there. And I've polished it up a little bit with the wire wheel on the drill, which is that there. But I got in my hand the wire wheel on the 4.5-inch grinder. I'm going to try to clean that up a little better. And this engine is going to look great. I don't know if it'll ever run, but sure it's going to look good. So this breather line came out really nice. I mean, there's brass parts on it that are shiny, and steel is shiny, and that's cast iron on the end. I'll probably paint that gray using that technique with the torch and the 2 coats of Rust-Oleum. Question is, do I leave this thing silver and clear it, or do I paint it black or gray or something like the rest of the motor? I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be a good looking motor. Don't know if it'll run, but it's sure going to look nice. So I'm just going to conclude this video with this mock-up here. I took the blue valve cover off, put the gray one on. While I had the cover off, I watched all the valves move. They all seemed to move very well. But I did hear some hissing, so I'm wondering if I need to seal that. That's a vacuum line. I don't know what that is. I think it's for the water temperature. But I wonder if I got to plug those before this motor will start. And then it occurred to me after I started putting this together that the fuel lines kind of interfere with that breather line. So I'll probably have to fix that. But I'm going to wrap it up. Hit it again tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Any tips you can give me, I'm all ears. Just leave them in the comments because I'm willing to try anything at this point to get this motor running. Thanks for watching.